Do you ever have days where you just can't with your makeup? I have some of those days, and on those days, I find it to be like almost my saving grace to grab one of my finger comber units and pop it on. I'm gonna give you a few quick tips that you can use to make yourself look polished and presentable without going heavy-handed on the makeup. My name is Francine. Welcome to the Wig Room. I am the creative director here at FINGERCOMBER, and I wanted to just share a couple of quick things that I just run to when I need to go out and I need to look presentable, but I just can't get into the whole makeup thing. Sometimes my skin is feeling sensitive, more sensitive than usual, or, I don't feel like having that heaviness of makeup on my face, but I need a little something to just give me a little razzle dazzle. So what I do, and what I might recommend that you try, is instead of maybe focusing so much on what you're putting on your face, maybe shift the focus a little to, a vibrant hairstyle. And I find that that really helps me to put together a look when the makeup thing is not happening too much. Now, for the most part, I don't wear a whole lot of makeup. I am not like a foundation person. I have gone to weddings, I've gone to all sorts of events with just naked skin and a few little things that I'm gonna show you guys. But the thing that I do to kind of pull my look together on those occasions, when I'm not, trying to get to beat my own face or, get something elaborate going on, I have a few things that I go to. Now, I am also not somebody who goes big with nails. I keep my nails short, and I usually do a pretty neutral nail color. But because it's fall, I wanted to do like a fall blue that would go nicely with like oranges and kind of pop off of that color, like oranges and the fall colors. But usually I'm doing neutral, and I just keep my nails simple. And I know a lot of our viewers are younger women, but we have a good number of women in our following who are in their 50s or more, like myself. And, you kind of come up with some things that are go-tos. So I have found that like when all else fails, I will usually just put on a wig with some color. Now, sometimes I will use one of our units that are dark, and I'll put in a spray color or like a cream color. I love the As I Am colors. I feel like they are great. The color ranges are beautiful, and I'll, do something like that. And other times when I want to do something that really just kind of, I feel like lifts things up and makes me feel more vibrant, I'll put on like a blonde wig. Now for myself, I'm just gonna grab something here. For myself, whenever I am wearing a blonde wig like this one, this is the Wash Go Fro in the color Mimosa. It doesn't come with dark roots like this, and I don't use leave out. So what I do is I get this little color stick. It's a gray cover stick. And I just use that to create like a little ombre effect. I just go in the roots, and around the edges to just make the hair look a little darker in the roots and have more depth. And I also feel like that just makes it just kind of blend with my complexion a little bit more. I've tried wigs that didn't have dark roots or like were blonde or colorful without dark roots. And just for my complexion, I feel like it is a better look when I use this cover stick. You can find this in a beauty supply store. I'm not sure if they have it at Target. They probably have it at Walmart, or you can find it on Amazon. If you have trouble finding it, I'm going to insert a link down below that you might find helpful. But I do that, and that is my first step. And honestly, I feel like once I pop a colored wig on, I just feel like it just does something. It just brings some stuff out, just makes me look more intentional and polished. And I feel like it just has a whole vibe to it. And the other things that I do, like I said, when I'm not feeling like wearing makeup, and I'll show you guys what I do, I just use like a little bit of highlight, like right underneath my brow on each side. And I will link these little things that I use. I'll link them below. I just do it like right underneath my brow to give it just a little pop. Sometimes I'll just even go in, excuse me, I'm gonna just use this little mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll just go in and put it like right underneath my brow and then blend it in. Like I said, excuse me guys, this is really kind of informal. And then that gives me like a little bit of a highlight, a little shine, you know, and I'll just clean that up underneath because, you know, sometimes I just don't have time and I don't feel like doing all that. I know how to do makeup. I have worked with a lot of makeup artists. I've observed them while working on photo shoots. I've worked with Danessa Myricks. I've worked with Sam Fine. I've worked with well, Pat McGrath. She used to be a customer of mine, but I've seen people do some crazy, amazing makeup. And so I know how to do makeup. And I've done all the makeup for our photo shoots over the years, but I just sometimes I can't do it on myself and I don't feel like it. And so there I just added a little bit of a highlighter, kind of a shiny shimmery highlighter right here and here and up here. And I will also use like a little bit of a highlighting cream just right on the high parts of my cheeks. Very simple. I'll just do that. And sometimes I'll put like a little dab on my nose, just a little dab, a little on my chin. And let's see, what else will I do? I will use just a touch, if I can find it, of mascara, just to like bring my, I don't have time for lashes. And yeah, I don't have time for lashes. I am 50 plus. And I mean, you know, it's nothing wrong with them, but sometimes I just don't feel like all that. And so I don't. Just do a little bit of mascara. I'll sometimes like let that dry and put on a couple more layers. And my favorite lip gloss, which is one of our lip glosses, it's Global Naturalista. Just look at my, just look, it's kind of dry, right? It's not doing anything. And I just put a little of this on and it just happens for me. I just feel like that's all I need. The Global Naturalista lip gloss. And I'm sorry, sometimes I can't do more than this. Now, usually when I'm doing a video, I'll put on a little bit of foundation, a little concealer. I'm really very selective about what it is I'll put on, but that's really about all that I can do sometimes. But again, the wig, I feel like that just makes it all make sense. And I can, when I'm wearing like this color wig, I like to wear some particular colors that I think it works nicely off of in the neutral family. Like I just have on this white top from H&M I got a couple years ago, and I feel like I could do it with white. I also like very much the way it looks when I have on, you know, just a black top. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause for a second and just show you. Yeah, so I just did a quick switch out to a black top. I feel like this hair just really pops off of a black top. I would also do this hair color with like this kind of khaki green. I feel like that works really nicely. When you're in a hurry, you know, it's just nice to have a couple things up your sleeve. I'd even do it like with beige. I feel like that can be a really nice look. And just anything in a neutral family. Now that it's fall, I would also do maybe like a pumpkin color or something like that. But I just try to keep it simple and have some handy go-tos so that you can always, you know, keep it polished. Another thing that I really like, I love wearing these units, particularly this color, like when I'm going on vacation. I've spoken about that before, and I know a lot of our customers talk about using these wigs when you're on vacation just because they're super convenient, and it's really nice to have something that, you know, you don't have to take a whole bunch of time to get into and still have like a really nice look. And the last thing I wanted to mention is, this is just my personal observation. Have you ever gone to like a wedding and, you know, the pictures from the wedding look so amazing, but when you're up close on the people at the wedding, you are like, why is everybody here in a mask? I have noticed over the years, again, you know, working in a lot of film and music videos and all of those things, that, you know, there is makeup that is for the camera and there's makeup that is for real life. It's such a drastic difference. And honestly, like, I feel like on the camera, this makeup doesn't read the way that it does in natural light, even though it's like, all I have is some highlighter here, a little bit here, little mascara, little highlighter here, and the Global Naturalista. On camera, it doesn't read like the way it does in person. In person, this is like more than enough. On camera, it looks, you know, it's not real life. So like when you are doing your makeup or whatever, take into consideration, if you want to, unless you are just more concerned with the camera and then the moment that you're in, and that's fine too, because some moments are very much about preserving the moment. Unless you're more about preserving the moment than the moment, just, you know, take a look in the mirror at the amount of makeup that you're putting on, because if it looks like it's too much in the mirror, it's gonna look like it's too much in person. And again, it may not look like it's too much on camera, but if you're about being in the moment, then just realize that it's going to probably be looking a bit masky. Now, the other thing that I like to do sometimes, just to zhuzh things up a little bit when I'm not wearing, you know, any foundation or anything like that, is I only have like a few types of earrings that I usually wear. Usually it's like I'll wear some silver hoops, or like the little dot ones, I forget what you call those, like silver studs, or you know, something simple like that. Sometimes I will just, you know, take out my smaller hoops and put something in a little bit bigger, depending on, you know, where I'm going. And it does like make a little difference. It just adds a little something without being too complicated. And I think that like having some things that are just really not complicated to kind of default to just makes life a little bit easier. Just flowing a little bit better. But at any rate, I feel like the Wash and Go Fro, especially hair in a color, really can polish up and elevate a look, to me, almost like nothing else. So if you find yourself in a rush, maybe skip the makeup a little bit, but pay some close attention to the hair, maybe the accessories. Accessories, I don't do a whole bunch with that either, but the hair, I mean, to me, like, if your hair, there used to be some commercial, like, if your hair looks good, you look good. And I honestly think that that is so true. So make sure that you pay attention to your hair if that's your jam. Again, I'm wearing the Wash and Go Fro in the color Moscato. I will be sure to link that down below. And the other thing, you know, that if you have trouble finding this cover stick, I'll put a link to that, an Amazon link. And the Global Naturalista, I can't see the color because I don't have my glasses on, but I will list a link to that also. And I hope you find that helpful. I thank you guys for all the questions that you ask us. I'll try, you know, we try to make as many videos as we can, but sometimes we get just so busy that it becomes very difficult to stop everything else that we're doing to make a video. But we do want to really, you know, touch bases with you guys a little more if we can. And that may mean that, like, I'm going to come out here a lot often with no makeup or something just to say hi and pop in. So, and thank you guys for, you know, always ordering from us. You guys are amazing. And yeah, they always say like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.